Yeah. They got to find that balance, and yeah, I hope they can. I mean, Monaspa are going to be able to put up a much better fight this time around with the draft they had, especially early on. So they've got quite a few threats. I'm excited to see how this one goes. This one feels like it's going to be a close game, a brawl, and we'll see which way it ends up going. Game number 2. It's ex-Monaspa versus Alliance here at the Western EU DPC Division 2. What is our mid lane looking like, by the way? Puck versus Void Spirit.
The Void Spirit should naturally do pretty well in this matchup, just because, again, being a melee hero inside the wave, you farm quite well. I think, just like all of these mid matchups that we see in the Spirit v Spirit warfare or whatever, who hits 6 first, which supports come into play, mid lane has kind of moved away from drafting heroes that have like natural timings. Like, sure, you get the odd team that picks like the Necro or the Viper to try and bully, but you rarely see that. It's more kind of the deck of cards you're building and which team can knock it over quicker with external factors.
Yeah, now if they're paying close attention, they might have been able to get an idea on what side the ward was there. Maybe not. I know. I always find it like a little bit eyebrow raising if you come in, if you get to show yourself on vision with a slot available, like an empty slot in your inventory where a ward could have been. But then again, I guess you could be double bluffing with the ward. I don't know. It's probably not a factor, but yep, there
Vision,
you go. Ponlo gets the D ward.
I think Vision is such a beautiful aspect to Dota where, honestly, even to this day, it's probably not fully mastered, where the distribution of should observers go on 5s or 4s, cores, who's doing it, are you keeping track? Like, there's so many events occurring in the game that you can never perfectly ascertain where all wards are placed. Lingering ones always, I don't know. You can go into so much detail. I think once a team fully understands it and gets to grips with it, it'll be like a first, but I don't know. I could sit for hours and think about wards.
I know you can, but hopefully you don't talk for hours about them.
Yeah, this game luckily won't last long enough to get through all of it. But
in theory not, but spin and a blood grenade onto S4. It's going to cause him some difficulties here, and he's actually going to be a first blood. PO with a flying start to the game. I'll go towards Ponlo as well, but he's of course plenty far enough away to not end up going down here.
So I was potentially expecting the Rubik and Pugner, even if it's played on the correct players, to be in a different lane swap, just because you always want to have a little bit of kill threat with this Darkseer. He goes to Surge, you lift him back, you kind of contain him within the spin, but they've opted to go for what the roles are on the players to go for the lanes, and it's going to help the Magnet out a little bit. You could argue eventually the Pugner Jug lane won't have as much kill threat. We'll see down the line, but this is the other reason why you want to put Rubik back with the Mag, right? Yeah.
Handscan's going to die now as well. 2 kills on the board already from the side of ex-Monaspa. Oh dear, that was a big little mistake. Big little mistake, yes. From the Vengeful Spirit. That's rough. Well, now both your side lanes are looking in a not an awkward position as of yet, maybe, but certainly not the ideal start they would have wanted. Especially against that Jug, man. Like, this hero can be so strong if you give him a good start.
The hero really wants to play from laning phase and just think about the wider game. And Hanskin, he just died on the tower, respawns, and he's dead again. 55 seconds on the cord, on the TP. Yeah. The walk of shame to bot lane.
Yeah, luckily the creeps are in an okay position for Charlie. Like, he shouldn't have to come too far out and get caught out or anything, any silliness such as that, but yeah,
he's done the play. He smoked himself. Look, he's not only does Hanskin have no move speed item, he smoked himself to hands off keyboard. He's probably apologizing right now. Yeah, I'm sorry. It happens. It's all good. Recover, Alliance.
Oh, they're actually going to deep. Well. They're dragging Charlie outside. Oh, a nice snake from Charlie. Actually, that was perfect. Yeah, couldn't have asked for better. Actually, threw it on a creep, bounced on the range creep, and then both heroes. So full efficiency. Couldn't have done it better, and that's going to get like literally saving in that situation. Clutched it.
Mid lane, we're looking at 16 for 5 to 16 and no, 17 and 4. Pretty much a very even lane. They both push out the stuff. Again, Voids, there are opportunities to get a couple more denies, but with the bottom with the magic spam,
yeah, always annoying.
Hasn't really occurred though in this lane.
Nope.
But that extra one... Oh, there's not even one more deny. Oh, no. XP is pretty much identical, yeah. Excited to see which hero can really make that turn. Potentially like a Techie's TP into mid lane, coil and kill could easily occur. So both teams just need to be respectful of that +1 in the mid lane.
And low spin onto S4, but this time he has got the surge away, so we'll be able to get to safety. And actually can maybe look for the turnaround on Spartan here. They've got the explosions coming out, but unfortunately there is a healing ward down. Ponlo does snipe that one out. S4 has to be a little bit cautious, but he's all right. Pio actually comes in to deny the nether ward. That is some efficiency play right there.
It's the same thing with Tombstone in laning phase. Like when your carry denies it for you after you feed for him to get a kill, you're like, thanks, bro.
Yeah.
Didn't want to give him a fake kill. Pio65 though is...
Oh my goodness, he's actually going to live through that. Oh, no, he's not. Blood grenade comes through. Oh, why did he walk back there?
I don't know.
That's going to be 2 kills.
That's too many. Podlo throws his life away to tower, of course, want to reset the resources. S4
Absolutely.
soon to complete Vanguard after this,
Wowee.
soiree. So he's going to just chip a salve up to himself and off they go.
Yep. You might be thinking, oh, you really want Vanguard against Pugner Jug, but of course on Darkseid you definitely do, because you've always got that surge to get out of the spin, so tops you taking
also
damage in lane. So good.
Yeah, it's also playstyle. When he picks up Vanguard, now he's not playing in front of the tower, he's playing behind the tower. And it's not as if Jug
wards.
is suddenly...
Spartan in the middle lane goes in super deep for the D wards, but in comes the explosion from Ponlo, and he is going to be able to bring him down. Do they protect the wards in the process? They protect the wards in the process. You love to see it.
Denied the observer and got the kill on their own observer and killed Spartan whilst getting coil, pressuring
and killed Wish. Oh my goodness.
Hold. They haven't killed him yet.
Hold. Just kidding. It was a prank.
But nearly killing Wish.
But nearly killing, yeah. The threat, the mental damage was there.
This mid lane matchup was so even, and then Spartan just yeeted himself in, fully offsetting it. Like that could have been... Oh. Luckily for Wish, he was tanky enough.
We've seen that one before, actually. Saw that one earlier today.
See, my top lane is going really bad, so I'm just going to throw myself into the mix and see what happens.
Never heard the term boiling over before, because I'm about to teach you the meaning.
Dude, S4 is boiling over in this top lane. He doesn't care. He's just following PO65. Sure, he's got a spin, but as soon as you use it, it's kill threat available.
Falling over. Meanwhile, in the middle lane, they do actually go in for the kill, and they do catch it onto the puck. Spin out from Pio, meaning that he could be vulnerable here, but there's a lot of heroes around. Ponlo, he's jumping in, he's going for it right now with a vacuum. They combo it beautifully. Hanskin's nearby as well. Didn't actually commit anything to that kill, just kind of chilling out with the stun. Spartan, he's actually going to drop here as well. Oh my goodness. It started off badly, but it has turned into a miracle lane for the side of Alliance here, as they have taken down 2 more heroes.
Yeah, the repercussions of not having consistent kill threat. If there was a CM, a Lich, a Rubik, or anything with a little bit of something in the lane, Darkseid probably dies 2 or 3 times to this jog spin. But because they are missing that within the Pugna 5, S4's just running wild, sorry. They're taking the tower at minute 7. That is unheard of in Darkseid lanes. I'm pretty sure if you scrub back through Darkseid games, the likelihood of him taking a 7-minute tower is like...
One never done it before.
50,
look at the
60. You punched in the numbers?
Yeah, I've calculated. It's just never happened. Wow. Around them. But yeah, meanwhile, all the shenanigans going, they're throwing bodies at mid, they're throwing bodies at top, everyone's kind of fighting and brawling and getting muddy. And then Charles is just again, having an amazing old time down in the bottom lane.
Call him Charles.
Yeah, I call him Charles.
Charles, yes. Please continue farming, Charles.
Dude,
you really
turned
it into like a British piece of royalty.
Yeah. I mean, he is Charles, and he's King Charles, right? And everybody else on the Alliance is his servant. That's how it works. And
they are actually boot camping in the UK, I believe. So
yeah,
technically are a UK team. Of all the countries to go to try and inspire your team to a Tour 3 success, you decide to fly to the UK. I'm sorry for being your bad luck alliance.
Hey, there are only 3 series into the Zora, okay? It could turn around, okay? I believe.
All right, so...
with a Greg sausage roll in their hands, anything is possible. That's all I'm saying.
There has never been a team in this year of DPC that has 3 losses that makes it to a tiebreaker for top 2. As soon as you go to that 3 loss, it's automatically like mid-pack team. So for Alliance, they probably are kind of aware of this, but every single series, as soon as they lose one more, the likelihood of getting top 2 or even tiebreakers is very minimal because it relies on 2 teams failing against middle pack teams, maybe Nigma, etc., losing to Ivy. But yeah, this is why Alliance.
That would never happen, though.
No, that would never happen. If you just scrub back 4 hours of Dodo VODs, and you might find out the real answer.
But meanwhile, in the middle lane, Joy did try to go in deep for a kill here, but didn't quite work out, and he's going to lose Handskin in response for it. Spartan being very aggressive there, putting down the Nether Ward and just kind of putting a bit of threat onto the puck.
So far with the net worth, if anything, S4 is the one that's... Oh, what a grand old time. Even going for the mech, actually. Vanguard into mech, making sure that he can help elevate his team's performance. Supports on Alliance, they're very good at killing within coil. Don't forget they're going to have coil plus swap combinations, but Chuen, should be perfectly fine.
It's good.
Yeah, actually, they're going to be insane going into the late game, right? Swap onto Juggernaut with coil, BKB, like there's a lot of nuisance that they can provide. Whilst Charlie also is going to be the deucer that maybe can't die.
Yeah, and Charlie will also be there. I love how you raised that.
Oh, I mean, he's a deucer. What do you want to compliment?
Yeah. No, he's going to be the main factor, but also the one doing the least but having the most impact. You love. He
can A-click and like just yeah, that's it.
Winning games with an A-click, every carry player's dream.
Do you know like the whole stigma of Wraith King is like such an easy hero to play? It's just like one button of like back in the day, right? Simple hero.
Yeah.
Do you think
one spell
Deucer has become the modern day Wraith King because she has what 2 spells? Technically?
Yeah, and one of them is really just I'm in a team fight, I'll press this spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree.
Which hero do you think's technically harder in present day? Actually, that's a trivia for Twitch chat. What's a harder hero to play right now? Wraith King or Medusa? And I mean like mechanically. I don't mean
not texturally.
Due to meta. Yeah. I mean, 11 minutes. I'm going to load up the Twitch now.
Is a snake skin harder than a wraith skin? I don't know. That's a different zone entirely. Let's not get into that. But yeah, this game has slowed down a little bit as these games have tended to do so. As everyone's kind of waiting for their first big item pickup. What's it going to be? Well, Puck already has his Witchblade, so kind of waiting for him to make some movements with that.
And PO65, I was thinking like in the draft, I was like maybe he does Diffusal plus Sandjasher and. Look at his quick play.
He did it.
He's actually trying to go for it. So
yeah,
he's going to be utilizing the Empower. Is going to try and go for the punch from the mid lane or the mid game. Sorry.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Pollen's actually going to get caught out in the mid lane as they try to go for the kill here. Desire is going to be the next one brought down though to trade at the moment. And I don't think it'll be anything more than that. Again, just firing shots in the middle lane. But this time the Medusa did get involved. So first time we've seen Charlie turning up and clicking some folks.
It's nice to see a carry during his farming patterns find the quick kill. Like he doesn't really lose out on anything. He's moving from one farmed area to the next, and thanks for the kill. Nice stuff from there from Charlie. Level 11. PO65 has done a relatively incredible job on this Juggernaut. He's farming up a storm equal to the Deucer, and keep making sure that ex-Monaspa aren't just like slowly falling behind.
Yeah, he is the bottom net worth core, but then there's also not a huge difference between the top and the bottom, to be honest. Like, the Magnus and the Darkseer are a little bit further ahead than everybody else. Mm-hmm. And they're within 100 gold of each other at the present point. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, that creep wave catapulted PO up 4 spaces of the net worth chart. That's how close we are. Charlie being jumped in the middle lane. Skylark comes in, immediately drops down the reverse parity. This could be bad. The swap is there from Hanskin though, and that should get Charlie to relative safety, especially with that snake bouncing through, and all of a sudden, hi, I'm full health again. Very cool. Monaspa chased back, and now Alliance could even look to pressure this middle tier 1 tower. They have no more RP available on the side of Monaspa. This is fairly scary times, but Alliance don't want to commit too hard to this tower. Local.
They were so close to making the play, right? Like Skylark, he sees the fact that there's going to be the ult from Medusa, so he's like standing there, don't want to get hit by Stone Gaze. Then he goes for the, I don't know, it was cool, nice attempt, didn't connect. Of course, his entire game will be, is Charlie in position for Hanskin to swap him out? Did he get skewered back? Can Alliance reposition and get there? And also for S4, he had an incredible start to the game. 2-1 and 2 from laning phase, quick Greaves. But this is the type of hero that if you join too many fights and you stop thinking about where you're occupying, pushing in lanes, shoving the map, you can slowly fall down the pecking order in the cause. And when there's a Void Spirit Mag Jug on the enemy team, they're always going to be farming and thinking about where's that next neutral camp, where's that next just farming play. So like to see how Alliance will utilize their heroes. It's not as cookie cutter as last game, right? It's not the Mystic Flare with the Void Spirit or the Bat Rider into spells, right? It's a little bit more finesse with these heroes.
Yeah, one thing I'm liking here is how this Juggernaut and this Magnus are kind of playing together at the moment, though. You know, he's making sure to keep his Juggernaut empowered, and then they're kind of sharing the camps. You know, they're like, okay, I'm going to go to this ancient camp. You can go to the triangle. And then you get lane, and I'll get the creeps around here. So, you know, it's, this map is big enough for the both of them. Meanwhile, Ponlo, unfortunately, TP's into his demise up here at top, I think. And now, well, they're looking towards S4. Tricky kill, but with the Omni Slash coming on down here, it might be enough. Oh, Hanskin! Nice TP from him. And actually, they could look for the swap back here if they really want, but the spin is available from the Juggernaut, and that's going to keep him healthy for the time being. Meanwhile, Spartan just throws down the Nether Ward. Pretty good Nether Ward, to be honest with you, but now there's no more spin available. Oh, the Centaur stop. Wait, what's done? I don't know. But now the RP comes down, dodged out by John beautifully. Oh no, it's all going wrong for ex-Monaspa here as Ponlo comes crashing in. Pio, though, he's got that spin back off cooldown, so can look for the turnaround. They've actually brought down Ponlo. Could be in trouble as well. Charlie is here on the high ground, freezes up the Void Spirit. The Void Spirit has got plenty of shield for them to rip through, so they won't be able to kill him off very easily at all. This long fight might actually end up going in Monaspa's favor. In comes Magnus, charging on through and killing off that big old offlaner. An offlaner killing an offlaner. As, well, Alliance, they will chase them back, but at the same time, I think you could say the fight went ex-Monaspa's way somehow.
Yeah, exactly that. And what I'm mentioning about the Darkser and this whole Edo fight, that one fight pushed him from top net worth all the way down to 4th. You do that again, suddenly you're going to be falling even more down the pecking order. You need to be so careful on Alliance. And for ex-Monaspa, a couple cool things occurred in that. It's one, they remembered now that Jug bought Diffusal, the Darkser is going to be having a nice time because he's going to have a Diffusal himself. So the limited mana pool, not going to feel too great if you get walled up, no spin, one stun, boom, no mana, you're dead. And yeah, I like the fact that ex-Monaspa did just continuously kite the fight rather than trying to lock into the this is our moment, go for the fight right now. They just continue poking and prodding and waiting and delaying, and it's probably how they're going to be winning a lot of these fights. If they want to start winning the fights, that is.
Yeah, play around the wall, you know, respect the wall, but also jump back into it when you need to finish off the engagement. I think they did a nice job playing around Charlie. I don't know, maybe Charlie popped the Stone Gaze a little early there for my liking. Just kind of came out the TP. The moment the Void Spirit was on him, just popped it there. I mean, did manage to freeze out the Void Spirit, but that hero is ungodly tanky when he gets a bunch of heroes in that Resonant Pulse, so you got 3 or 4. Pretty ridiculous.
Also for Charlie, like in that position, I think most Medusa players would want to press Stone Gaze there. You're holding the high ground. Your supports are potentially victim to some initiations, so you can at least hold the fight stationary for you to understand if you want to take it or not. And in the moment they decided to take it, hitting the Stone Gaze on the Voice, like if there was one more stun, in theory he should die, right? But there wasn't really the follow-up. The wall was used prior. They'd already moved away from the area, so again, hindsight's such a powerful tool in Dota. And for Charlie, at least, it's, don't worry, guys. If I have one active item next time, he dies. If I have my butterfly, he dies. If I get to Skadi, I'm too tanky. So it's all about just prolonging. And for ex-Monaspa, just go, go, go. I don't think there's a reason for them to stop now. They've got Mag with the blink. Supports are happily thriving with levels. So go poke yourself around on the enemy side of the map.
Yep, here we go. Smoke up from the side of Monaspa. They want to fight again. you mentioned, this Juggernaut, he's made for fighting, not for farming. And that's exactly what he wants to do as they move forward here onto the Medusa. She does have the Stone Gaze, but the RP means she's not going to be able to get it off. Now she's out of mana. The swap is there. Will it be enough to save the day, though? Looks like it very well might be. Stone Gaze comes out. Charlie gets away. They're going to look to do some damage towards Pio here, but Pio, he is absolutely fine. So a real lack of damage here on the side of Alliance. As Monaspa are able to go for this play, it doesn't work out, and yet they're not punished even slightly for it.
Oh. Alliance just doing a really good job keeping the Deuce alive, but for ex-Monaspa, I love the way that Skylark initiated that fight. He blinks in, fakes the RP to force the Manta out, then just skewers all of them down, knowing that he can just ulti. Sure, there wasn't damage because of that swap, always it keeping that Deuce alive. The Vengeance just doing a lot of work, but in time it will get more difficult. When items come online for ex-Monaspa, this Deuce might go down. I would argue Butterfly will be the key timing for them, for Alliance. You get the Butterfly, you now have Greaves on Darkseer, a way for Dusa to survive through the RP without needing the Venge. You need to utilize that to get a Roshan, to get Aegis.
Oh, bye-bye, Podlo.
They keep on going.
Yep. They'll grab themselves a techies down in the bottom lane. Be happy about that one, at the very least. Podlo does ping out the ward and say, hey, they got some vision around this area. Meanwhile, Puck's just out on the map trying to cut some waves here, trying to make the lives awkward as possible, and doing a pretty good job of it as well.
Yeah, this is where even if Alliance have a really rough mid game and they fail to execute potentially, Puck's going to be in one lane, Darkseer's going to be shelling another lane, Techies is probably going to have some proximity mines around the place, and then Deuce is like, nice. They only ever have one lane to run down. Nice. Okay, you know, it's like there's like multiple backup plans with Alliance in this draft. They tried to go aggressive, they've fallen a little bit flat. Now they're going for a little bit more of a wider map stance, and
yeah,
it's all on Charlie to kind of rally the troops when they next want to make a big team play.
Yeah, but you know, the last few minutes of gameplay from Chuan and also from Hanskin as well, saving him in their last engagement, really going to set this Medusa up for a fast timing on this Butterfly, which probably means they can look at taking their next engagement.
Okay, can we click on voice for it for a second? I don't know why it makes me chuckle every time, but I love a quick buy when you're doing Manta into Skadi, and it's just 3 ultimate orbs into a point booster. It's just like, yes, I should buy this.
My like, guy's gonna get some stats.
I mean, you're a universal hero, right? So, what is this? Like damage upon damage upon damage? But alas, smoke on smoke action. Both teams have high ground vision right now. Losing it now on the side of Dire.
Yep, Charlie happily sitting on the front lines. Look at Spartan though. He's placed in a very interesting position here, just sitting under that Shadow Amulet. Does now... Oh, they actually get the skewer back onto Charlie. Charlie now going to pop the Stone Gaze straight away. Nice vacuum wall into 3 heroes. They're absolutely melting right now, and Podlo's going to throw it down with a big blast off the top of them. RP comes out with the Omni Slash, ripping on through. Will it be enough? I don't think so. Pio trying to get away now, but the anti-armor, the right clicks, the damage, the stun, and he is gone. The Juggernaut to full next. Magnus, is he going to get away? Skewer across, S4's upon him, and S4's going to punch him in the back of the head and say, good night, sweet prince. And plus 1 more will make it 4 big kills for the side of Alliance here as they come barreling down the bottom lane.
And excellent stuff from Alliance, and if anything, ex-Monaspa just absolutely blundering that fight. They hold quite an aggressive position, they lose their vision, they reset a little bit further back, and in doing so, they think they catch the Deucer, let's go, but Stone Gaze into Vac Wall, Waning Rift on top of that. There is no clean spell usage available now. It's just hope to get something out, throw out your Omni Slash, maybe you get some RNG on the bounces, but yeah, that's never going to work, especially with Charlie having this butterfly timing. Nice stuff from Alliance.
And, you know, that was a full duration Omni Slash, 1,300 damage. I mean, you know, got to take into account a lot of that's onto the Medusa, where you're doing mana damage, so it's not technically damage. And then also with that, there's Handskin with another swap as well, which is damage reduction. But still, I mean, all of that just makes Juggernaut pretty damn sad.
I feel like Alliance are kind of preparing themselves for the inevitable death ball moment that this draft needs to present itself with. Get yourself into objective sieges. Sure, your Deucer might get skewered back to the base, but with an Aegis now, Stone Gaze disengage should be okay. So this Aegis is pivotal for their draft to start making some structural progression. And yeah, There we go. They kill off the
structural progression.
I mean, I thought it sounded good, you know?
It
I don't know.
does.
Maybe I won't say it again, but you like
no,
that?
that's why I was... I'm here to lift you up, bro. Yeah, I like it.
All right, thanks, bro.
They are structurally progressing through the game. It's important. Magnus, things about coming near, but yeah, it is a dirty old fight. Not something they really want. The entire team just huddled behind Charlie, you know? It's like the big brother.
He also has a Lotus for 400 mana, plus a wand for another abundance, what was it, 20 by 15? Like, 300.
Be 300.
Yeah, don't worry. I said it before you, so luckily my maths was fine.
Yeah, you're right.
But I panicked for it. It's like, if I don't say 300, I'm done, you know? For some reason,
wouldn't it be funny if we were both wrong
me...
somehow as well?
No, because when I hovered on wand, I was... For some reason, like, it's going to be like 200. It's like, no, it's 15, not 10.
Wait, how did you figure it out? What was your your thought process behind it? That's always
to do the
interesting about maths. Yeah.
So I did 10 by 20 to get 200, and I knew that half of that would be the 5 multiplier. Sorry. So I just added 100 and 200 and made 300. Hope you're happy with my maths route. Don't know if that was the route that you should take, but I did that one.
I don't think that's a wrong way to do it, but I did. What did I do? I did 15 times 10, then times 2. What did you do, Twitch chat? I want to know.
Oh God!
Other than spaghetti.
What did they say? Racing on Medusa?
Because
forgot to check. Okay, no, I got the answers. They all said Wraith King.
Oh, okay. You guys.
Oh wait, what? How did I phrase the question? Easier or harder? I can't remember.
No. Oh right, yeah, I can't remember. I thought it was which was easier, but maybe it was which is harder. I don't know. Either way, Wish is dead. That's kind of more important right now. And maybe they can just barrel down the middle lane. Maybe.
Yeah. I really struggle to see ex-Monaspa fighting now.
Yeah, they went for this like all-in build with the Juggernaut, where they were like, yeah, we're gonna kill the Medusa early with the defusal and the Manta, and then they didn't. So here we are. One bad fight, and all of a sudden, Alliance just have all the death power they could ever want. Charlie looking like an absolute boss once again. That consistent carry player. You love to see
it's
it.
just the items. Maybe it's not the heroes. Maybe when Charlie's able to buy Manta Skadi Butterfly, it just like unlocks his ability to be a carry player on another level, right?
Yeah.
Plays Sven, can't buy Manta Butterfly Skadi, can't win the game.
Maybe you should try it.
Charlie, I hope you're listening.
Yep. The strats. Sure someone from Alliance is listening. They can pass it on. Charlie comes into the lane, and even though there's Skylark and PO sitting right there, they just want nothing to do with this guy. Aegis available on the Medusa.
I just can't get over the fact that for some reason Venge was such a prevalent hero in this series. This hero is like dead in the water for the rest of time, regions, and tours, and suddenly these two teams, they put a bit of a high value. Sure, there was the Batrider counter in the first game. In this game, it's the same concept with single target damage sources, or at least hitting that one key hero. But I like it in this scenario with the Medusa.
Right? Yeah,
this feels good. I'm not opposed. I think the previous game, it's a bit wishy-washy, but this game, I see true purpose, right? More damage to your Medusa. If things get awkward, swap them back. Yeah, good to go.
I love it when teams take like tier 2s just as the first Aegis is running out. As I said, you know, it just feels like it's playing the script so beautifully. Everything's going to plan. It's all lovely, lined up for you, you know. Mwah. Great. Wonderful.
It's also Alliance. The last time they walked up the steps of high ground in a previous game, they did seem to fall down them because there was no safety rail or the yellow sticky tape on the floor to know where to put your feet. So they're respecting
I have a feeling they're just gonna do the old farm the entire map, you know, just make it very difficult. Does look like ex-Monaspa are attempting to leave the base right now.
Do they have any vision though? So they have no wards available. They placed a very defensive ward right next to the Pugna.
Put the healing lotus in. Put that one healing lotus in. It'll save you, Charlie. Nullifier out. There's Skylark going for the skewer back. They've got the Medusa out. Omnislash's going to come down as well. She's almost out of mana. Straight away. Oh, gets out of Snake. Going to heal her back up quite a little bit. And Wish coming in from the sidelines here, looking for the big initiation, just trying to get this fight started in any way he can. And, well, not going to result in a whole lot now. Uh-oh, wall's down. Scardy's out as well. PO dropping so low in just a matter of seconds. But the counter wall stolen actually by the Rubik. That's pretty scary. They've got a Medusa of their own now. Alliance, they're the ones who were forced to back away in the end. And no RP used throughout that entire thing, by the way.
Yeah, I think for ex-Monaspa, they need to be super careful with how they initiate. It can't be this Mag versus the world. Mag gets Medusa and go. You need Void Spirit to find the Venge, Mag to find the Medusa, and in harmony, you disconnect the two heroes far enough so that you can actually isolate and burn through the mana of this Medusa. But it didn't happen in that previous fight. It's why Alliance was able to disengage. And on top of that, sure, Rubik steals wall. He can't steal other spells now. He needs to hold on to this. There is no natural source of illusion creator on your team. So now with this wall, they might even be the aggressors. When they get all their spells up with Omnislash, one good wall placement, guess what? What if he steals the vacuum in the next fight? Suddenly, bada bing, bada boom, you can get a vac wall yourself, boys.
Right,
but
let's not get ahead of ourselves. Look, you already have a
be
vac.
ready for
it's
it.
called RP.
Just be ready for it. Oh, that's true. They do actually have a vacuum.
Yeah.
They could have two vacuums. In regards to the fight, though, they really need to fight when they have all spells up on ex-Monaspa. And Roshan,
Yeah,
it might
I agree.
respawn in 45 seconds. So you sync up your resources with this Roshan, surprise him again with the wall on Dusa. It's a slim chance of taking a fight, but it's the best odds they've got in the recent events that we've seen.
We'll see if they're able to pull this one off. But yeah, it is a scary time, and I think Alliance, they need to be very careful about how they take the next fight. I don't really want to see them doing this thing where they kind of crowd around Charlie, leave Charlie in the front lines and everybody sitting behind him, because, well, I think we know what's going to happen if that goes down. I actually kind of want to see an Axe coming out on the Void Spirit. Like,
That
I know
could also be
it's
pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, it's something which has really fallen out of favor recently in exchange for just going raw damage. And I mean, I guess if you can kill the Vengeful Spirit, then you'd rather do that. But at the same time, just getting on the backlines and silencing a bunch of these heroes is going to feel pretty amazing.
He actually opted for a BKB. We rarely see this item on Void Spirit. I think
Yeah.
I kind of like your concept of Axe, but they haven't played with that mindset of double jumping perfectly at the same time. Mainly because ex-Monaspa have never really had the ward game on their side to be able to identify all this information at one time. Spartan seems to kind of enter an engagement, throw down the ward next to him and then fight, rather than it being like a smoke to a high ground location, ward, wait. You know, it's very spontaneous in the moment. And it's how they play Dota normally.
All right, so in terms of the strategy, both teams are moving down to this bottom side of the map, and that's because it is daytime and Roshan is respawning at any second now. Monaspa have this ward on the high ground. They have this kind of top area exposed. Meanwhile, Alliance, they are looking to control up the kind of creep corridor down here and look over to move into the teleporter. I imagine they'll push forward to place the ward on the teleporter, and then that'll be their kind of way
Their
to
place
hold
to
the
hold,
area. Yeah.
So two big things are now in this fight. You've got the Silver Edge on the Dusa, so detection is key. No real detection on the side of ex-Monaspa, only a dust to the Rubik. And then Juggernaut just completed the MKB. No buyback, all in. If they can lock the Medusa down, no Venge, instant D-Ward.
Yeah. Yeah, they both basically placed... the Observer went down, and then Monaspa, Observer, Sentry, straight off the bat. And the Magnus just feels like it's worth risking his life to go for the D-Ward, and he's absolutely right. 'Cause now look at all the control they have as the wall comes down. Handscan just gets deleted off the face of the earth. Ponlo might be following as well. It certainly will. What a beautifully set up fight from Monaspa.
So have you ever seen the naked wall initiation before? Because the Rubik just blinked in, Giga slowed them up with the wall, and then supports crumbled. But now no wall available in the big fight. Sure, MKB is online.
What are they? They're like setting up real hard on this twin gate here. I think they're just trying to protect the cliff as much as possible. Oh, no. It worked perfectly. We've got a vac wall coming up the cliff anyway, but now the
Still wall
RP comes down. Oh, okay.
He's on cooldown for 50 seconds, but he has wall.
He will indeed. Yeah, I'm kind of amazed that he didn't... Did he catch anyone in RP? It looked like he kind of didn't.
Kind of didn't. I was staring at Rubik, to be fair, but...
Yeah, I know you are. Anyway, yeah, wall is up, but it's also not up because it's 34 seconds on cooldown for the Rubiks. He just used it in the last fight, so it might become awkward. But yeah, they set up so nicely. Like, I can't actually believe they went for that play. They left the sentry up even to kind of bait the puck into coming up there for a D ward. So smart from ex-Monaspa.
Yeah.
That's just creative right there. That's just some creative Dota. And now they start blasting away into the Void Spirit. Stuns up to follow up as well. Charlie's here. The Space Snake lady's paying a visit. Gonna Manta off that life drain and now bring down the Pugner as well. 2 big kills. That's the thing. The moment you get this Medusa on top of the right heroes, it's just so hard to play into them. Magnus is coming back in 13 seconds, but RP's still down for another minute. Very hard for them to contest this Roche right now, but they're going to give it a go. Pugner buying back. They don't want to play. Oh, the wall.
Will he blink in just to get the lift off?
I was wondering, but he blinked away. Yeah. Man, what a kind of strategic few minutes of gameplay from all these teams.
Both teams need to show such discipline.
Yep. Charlie takes a lot of damage from himself there.
Yeah, Ruba's still going to have wall though for the next fight. Or he holds the spell for many minutes.
Many minutes, yes.
Yes. I mean, I could just say 4 minutes, but I think many minutes sounded cooler.
No,
in hindsight, I should have just said 4 minutes, but alas.
Maybe, but...
Just in the moment, I thought many just sounded... Many minutes is like MM. It kind of has a ring to it, but then it just makes me sound dumb because I'm saying many minutes.
You know what we say?
Yeah.
Workshop it.
True.
Workshop it,
workshop
come back to us.
Yeah. Look at the runway, see how much legs I got on this planet. Or there's so many business terms you can see. Yeah.
Will it move? Give it a brainstorm. Wish doesn't want to be anywhere near these guys anymore. That's looking like, you know, there was some dents in the track for Alliance this game. You know, it wasn't like the smooth, but it was smooth, but not smooth. You know, only seen this like so far.
So Alliance right now, even though they have Aegis, there is going to be a bit of discomfort going to high ground because they know how easy it will be for Medusa to go to tier 4s with Skewer.
Yeah,
and there is no way Venge can reliably at the Dire base.
But if they come out, then that's pretty ideal. They want to try and play
Medusa though.
Yeah, the wall is down. They have that Medusa illusion and pretty early use of the Stone Gaze. Now, RP onto 3. That's not bad at all. But the Medusa has been Lotus, so she's now omni-slashing around the place. But now they managed to get the Skewer back. Charlie, is that even a bad place for Charlie to be, though? I don't think so. He's just going to rip through the Magnus regardless. And now coming back to the other side of the fight. As, well, PO and Charlie just not really doing that much damage to each other in all honesty. And now Wish jumping in deep with the BKB, just trying to get himself out. They do lose both supports on the side of Alliance, but they also lose a Magnus on the side of ex-Monaspa. But I think maybe more importantly, they used the RP, they used the big cooldowns there, and everything resulted in nothing, to be honest.
You have a window to go high ground now. With Aegis still up, love the fact that Charlie went for this Hex. It just gives him kill threat. If Jug jumps in, guess what? You're up, boom, Hex. You waste Omni-Slash and you don't kill me, I'm gonna Hex you, my team will follow up and get the kill if needed. And for ex-Monaspa, I think Ponlo, absolute banging Lotus usage there, making sure the Jug and the Medusa both went into the Omni-Slash, preventing Dusa from getting low. But you could argue, when your whole lineup is built around killing in one swift blow, would you be able to kill the Dusa after her Aegis respawn? Probably not, but I love the fact that he went for the Lotus Orb and the techies, showcasing its brilliance against Juggernaut. And now Wish.
Thrown out from the puck. Stolen Coil, though, coming on down here, but what does Medusa give a damn? And the answer is not really, but there is a Decrepify coming out onto Wish here to keep him alive, so they won't be getting a kill from this, despite Coil being used. Aegis still available from Charlie for another 2 minutes as they manage to catch on the sidelines here. This is Espol, this is big, and they will be able to bring him down. The Darkseer is gone. He pings out the vision, but it's too little, too late. Alliance, ooh, another bump in the track for them. They might be losing that first move now. Yeah.
They are very much on the the country roads right now, walking their way through. It is not a smooth bit of tarmac.
Yeah. I gotta say, like, I really want to see this.
He has aimed this on the puck. Oh.
Yeah, that's pretty key. I really want to see this Medusa swap in this Skadi. Like, I'm not even
like
sure.
Tread swap and then.
No, just get the treads out of there. Get anything out of there. I feel like Skadi's maybe the most important item for inventory behind Butterfly, of course.
I think, yeah, and the argument is you position yourself into the fight, swap treads to Skadi, boom, take a good engagement.
Yeah, that hasn't really been happening though, as
No.
Coil comes out into Medusa once again. She's just going to attack the stun and be disabled for the time being. Well, Wish, inside the cover of BKB, can't really go for the supports here. S4's about to respawn, and that means ex-Monaspa will probably be leaving the area, I should imagine.
I really think you hit the nail on the head earlier with the whole voice spirit going axing. I think this universal concept on the hero has maybe skewed Wish's perception of what he can do on the hero, and in doing so he's kind of forcing his hand to play in a certain way where he's not fully utilizing the damage aspect, but also the Venge's crushing these fights with swap after swap after swap.
Yeah. It's kind of like, feel like
anything. Yeah.
It feels like they're talking to each other and be like, oh, if only we had a way, you know, like, to stop this happening. And it's like, you kind of could, but I don't know. I mean, I guess he just wants to keep scaling. You know, they want to just get that RP into, like, easy kills. They just want to, yeah. I mean, if he gets enough damage, you would just be able to kill the Venge. But now they move on to the front lines. But there's actually the swap coming out for the Rubik and then the blink away. Man, Desire's playing good this game as they move forward onto Medusa. Charlie, Pio, he's got to be careful. He's spinning his BKB. He's throwing out everything right now just to try and get away from this fight. Another day, another wall, and another wall as they will get the Medusa copy. They've got to do something, but Skylark comboing up with his own Medusa friend back into his own wall. His team is dead. Alliance, they are losing this fight. Charlie trying to fight up, but cannot do it. 3 heroes dead on the side of Alliance. Oh, dearie me. Every time you think it's over for ex-Monaspa, they throw back another punch.
Desire is playing such an incredible game on this Rubik. He's stealing coils, he's stealing walls, he's stealing just swaps. Every single key spell that Alliance is using to give himself this advantage, Desire is single-handedly taking them all to himself and throwing them right back at him. It is an absolutely stellar performance. In that fight alone, he used wall, swap, and a plethora of small cheap spells they was able to steal. And finally, we got to see PS5
Wall and swap is enough for me, but yeah, he also had proximity mines at some point.
Magic missiles, yeah.
Whoa, wait a second. They're going for the win here. They don't think they've got buybacks, or at the very least, they're going to try and force them out. Who needs barracks,
He's got a DD.
Yep. That's pretty big. And now the skewer comes back. Oh my goodness, they just managed to kill off Ponlo without any effort at all. Fortification comes out. Yeah. This will force them back, at least for the time being. They'll stick to the barracks. They really don't want to use this buyback on the Medusa, because if they do that, there is a massive win condition for the side of ex-Monaspa, and they do not want to give them that on the side of Alliance. And yeah, they won't be giving that up. Oh,
in that previous fight as well.
HP. Let's go.
Tren did so much work in that previous fight as well on this puck. Like, the hidden silences, like the Jug went to make the play, but then he threw another Waning Rift on top. Like, he was doing so much stuff. Oh, God, that previous fight was so pivotal.
Yeah, all on the backs of Desire and Skylark, you know, literally as close as you can get to a 2-man fight, but it was actually incredible from the two of them. They're like, we don't need a Juggernaut, we don't need a carry. We've got a wall, we've got our own Medusa.
Desire as well. It's not as if, like, in these Rubik games, you might go, okay, he can go Ags, get 2 spells, and now suddenly he's playing on just hitting everything, but he goes for an Octarine. He's like, if I'm going to hit the big spells like a wall, I want to be able to wall a lot. So he's playing on the confidence of him getting the stills rather than hoping with the Ags route.
And now he's taking ownership at this bottom side of the map with these proximity mines as well. Playing techies. Clearing out the techies' mines and placing his own. I mean, Alliance, they need to be down here. Roshan could be respawning any second in their eyes, and it is going to be a very short respawn, only 30 seconds. Alliance, they need to get out onto the map here. And they are looking to do exactly that. One thing which is pretty big is S4 does now have this ninja gear, so he's going to be able to move around the fights a little bit easier. Medusa, meanwhile, she went for the Aesthetics Cap, which I actually love. That's going to be like a bit of a combo breaker for her, hopefully triggering on the RP. We'll see what Depuff ends up triggering it. And yeah, all explosions coming off. The Medusa illusions just clearing out those proximity mines nicely as Roshan now respawns. Monaspa, what can you do? They are trying to take the fight this time. They are not afraid of Alliance anymore. And it is showing. Look at Wish just clearing out this wave. Not a damn given. And now they start. PO in the pit, taking on Roshan. Charlie leading with the illusions. Orbs coming in from the side as well. Gonna just about give them the vision on that Roche. See that he's around 66% HP. But more bombs being placed by the Rubik as well. Jones gonna see those. Has to play very, very carefully around this. Roshan now down to 33%. 10%. It's time to move. They need to get into the pit right now, but there's already a remnant down. Pio, he's going to try and finish it off. He pops the spin. Charlie into the pit. The Techie's coming through as well. Roshan full Skylar grabs the Aegis in a desperate attempt to just grab it. And now they're going to move forward. I mean, Alliance, they need to find a high ground to hold, but they're not going to find it. Ponlo's already gone out of this. And look at all these illusions coming down from both sides here, just chopping away at everybody. They're looking towards a Jug, though. They're going to be able to take him down the once, and he does not have the Aegis, so he will not be coming back. And now Spartan heading the same way as well. Oh dear. Ex-Monaspa, it looks so good for them. It looked like they'd set it up perfectly, but in the clutch of the moment, they weren't able to keep their Juggernaut alive.
Again, so many small things that fight. Desire playing beautifully on the far kind of backside of the Roshan pit. Steals all again, but for PO65, unfortunately, he wasn't able to get the Aegis in the heat of the moment with the Mag RP layered on top with all the illusions in there. He takes the Aegis, which then gives the cheese over to the Juggernaut. Sure, they get the Aegis as well, or the Aegis as well, sorry. So if they can maybe prevent the Juggernaut buyback here, they can take it as a win. But no ball now available for Rubik.
Yeah, luckily they that was interesting. Void Spirit jumped in onto Charlie to try and hex him up, but Charlie had a Lotus on him, so he hexed himself, but they both had Aesthetics caps, so the hex landed for like 1 second on each of them. It's just like, yeah, all right. Alliance now looking to take, would you believe, their first lane of barracks in this game. 45 minutes in. Charlie is looking strong, but in goes the Magnus. Immediate hex out onto him. Do they have the damage to bring him down? The disarm actually coming out. Is that the taser from the Rubik? You betcha. That's going to keep him alive for the time being, but it won't be forever. Skylark will lose his first life. Now, can they protect him on life number 2? Juggernaut still out for 10 seconds. He does not want to buy back here, but they're immediately going to look to punch up Skylark. BKB out from him. He's trying to get away. They're even popping the Stone Gates to try and bring him down here. Bit of a wasted cooldown, perhaps, as now they can look to re-engage, and there's not much to stop them chasing. What is the play? The swap actually comes out from Hansken to try and get the Techies to safety, but Hansken might have given his life for this one as Wish just starts to chop away at him. All that right-click damage coming on through here, and S4 initiates here. Doesn't really find the angle, though, and Charlie, he's left alone. He's down pretty low mana, doing a lot of damage himself, but the RP comes down with the Omni Slash on top of it as well. Medusa, she's down to raw HP, but they can't quite chop through her. Yes, they can! They finish the job. Medusa is dead. 4 heroes still alive on the side of ex-Monaspa as they are chasing forward for more. It is only the Medusa who has dropped, but that's all that matters. Ex-Monaspa are now going to desperately try and get that buyback out of her. Oh, Desire catches out Choyan. He found him TPing, but surely there's no way. There's no way he keeps the chase up here. Okay.
He's got Glimmer, but there's a sentry down. All right, Desire, you've gone too far. Surely. Wait, he has phase shift. He can make the cool plays. Is he going to make the cool play? I don't know. Oh, he is.
Oh, dude, he's gaming so hard right now.
Bro, he can't deserve to win. I'm sorry, Alliance. I don't want to show any bias, but my golly gosh, does Desire deserve to win this game? You know what? If Alliance win, Desire's still getting the MVP. I'm just going to say it right now. This will be a world's first. Win or loss, this man has put on an absolute clinic and a shift on this Rubik to try and get his team with game 3.
Yeah, he wants to go the distance. He's like, boys, we don't sleep tonight. Victory will be our sleep.
For some of these lads, it's going to be getting on to like maybe 1 or 2 in the morning. Today has been just a very long day of Division 2 Western Europe DPC.
1 a.m. is the game, is noon, Tikov.
Oh, that's why Alliance went to the UK, because it's like the best time
better
zone
time
to not
zone,
be
yeah.
exactly. Then they're 0, not +1, +2 for European or Eastern European countries.
I hope where they're boot camping has AC, because that's probably not something they considered when going to the UK to boot camp.
I'm not looking forward to the next panel when I'm on camera. I do look like quite the glossy individual.
Yeah, we're high sheen finish at the moment.
Yeah, no, it's a design choice, not a. we chose this look.
Yeah, it's like
when you grease up your hair to make it look
protagonist.
Yeah. If I was bald, we could literally like use my scalp or forehead to run the replays. It's that glistening.
Shine off it like a projector. Yeah. Beautiful.
Literally. Right now, Alliance, they are understanding their inabilities to cleanly take fights to fill at this point. Sure, they've got the wombo combo of some wall, but it's not as if they have the perfect follow-up. Maybe, I think Charlie even needs to consider going down some rapier route. But then it's like, what are you trading off? Are you going to give up your Hex? You're going to give up your Silver Edge that's enabling you to potentially dodge out some of this Omnislash damage? Maybe. Like, this is such a difficult position to be in now for Charlie. One wrong item choice can just throw away his ability to, just stand up and be confident in the fights.
Yeah. That's what it all comes down to. And Courier's heading to the secret shop for him. I mean, he's got the Swift Link queued up, but I would not be surprised to see him change it. But no, it does go for Swift Link.
Do they still have okay, they do have a Gem of Desire. I was wondering in regards to like the Silver Edge, is there a point in the game where it falls a little bit flat because they have a couple gems in play? You aren't disjointing anything with it, nor initiating with it. So that could maybe be the trade-off item down the line. Again, this game has the makings of a 1 hour game.
Every other game.
2 hour game.
Today.
Yeah, this.
Man. Yeah, don't. Okay,
we needed a pause actually.
We did
to really
actually,
collect our thoughts.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Let's give a shout out. We got observers, we got production, we got loads of people working at the moment who are just pulling a crazy ass shift due to today's game. So shout out to those guys working hard. We just turn up halfway through the day and start casting and then complain loads. So
yeah, what he said. I don't know. I don't know what to say there. You did such a good job. I panicked for a second.
Gave you a cold drop. What do you think about Disperser? It's one of probably the least built item in Dota at the moment, I would guess.
It's because of the item itself is just a build up on Diffusal. And how often do you see Diffusal? Pretty low. Like, sure, it's a PL item because you go Diffusal, Manta Heart into then. Let's go for Disperser. The fact that you have Dispel available for anyone and everyone, pretty cool. Gives playmaking capabilities. It's nice to see an upgrade, but
that's not just Diffusal 2 like it was back in the day.
I mean, it also should be able to dispel the Surge as well, right? So it's going to give Jug potential avenues to deal with Dark's disengage. Also with Taser, I assume basic dispel might get rid of that as well. So there's cool things for this Jug to do. Yeah, so again, the item's just so like...
Also Scardy counter.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to spin and then disperse himself and just go...
Yeah, sorry. I was like, what's it? Oh, yeah, of course. He's going to get rid of the little bit of Scardy, sure.
Yeah, it's very weird in how it works in that way, though, because it's like a gradual... it's like a gradual decrease of speed. But then the unslowable thing lasts for the full 4 seconds. It's weird. Just watch it. Yeah, need me to tell you about it. It's not like it's my job or anything. S-Ball, oh, that was quick. Blinks himself away just as Lincoln's has popped. Still needs to be careful here, but look at the rest of Alliance. They're hiding under the... Oh, never mind. Power Rangers, roll out. They're out of there. Back into the base. The safety of their base.
Oh, I'm now getting to rewatch the... Okay, yeah, there's no way they're fighting here. Just loaded up the stream so I could rewatch that comeback fight from ex-Monaspa where they kill off the Deucer at the 46-minute mark.
Oh yeah, that was
It was good to watch it again.
Yeah, you can't hate on Desire. It's just downright awesome gameplay from him this game, all the time. No spells at the moment.
Stream now. I'm enjoying rewatching the game. It's actually an issue.
The question is, do you have the sound on? Because at that point, it just becomes
No, I'm on hard mode for sure. Both teams, though, they really are respecting the fact that there's no time to be hitting creeps or making any of these small plays. It really is just who's in position for the next engagement, who's getting the jump. Does Desire steal another incredible spell?
All this and more coming up on today's DPC, or tonight's DPC Division 2.
It's like we're on like a car chase type thing. It's just a really boring one, and eventually it's going to peak. Where they safely come to a stop and they stop chasing each other.
Hey, it's time for that thing where they set up around Roche again.
Yep. Another realm. This time ex-Monaspa actually have the gold lead at the contest, but Alliance are now in the position of the defenders rather than the aggressors at S4 hugging the tree line.
Now we know how this one goes, so they don't care about this high ground at all. Only onto the Venge. Only onto the Venge. So if they can get this kill, it's still pretty key though. This has been one of the big saves for Charlie, and he's going to feel pretty scared going into the fight without him. But they haven't been able to steal the ward this time around. But as you see there, Spartan places down the nether ward, uses that shard, just insta-kill all the illusions under the wall, which is kind of insane.
And Venge has no buyback for 1 minute. If she does want to use it, it can completely eat up her ability to buy Ags. Roshan is respawning in 1 minute's time.
Holy crap, Venge is poor. What the?
It's position 5, Venge.
Poor hand scan. Yeah, I know, but this is...
What do you want from him? He's been swapping his team throughout this game.
No, he's been playing fine. I'm just saying, it doesn't have much money. Wish is kind of in the deep end here. Reducer Illusions are doing a decent amount of work to him. Desire is in very deep of the backlines here as well, keeping Ponlo silenced up for the time being. It's very difficult for him to play, but now Charlie finds him. They get on top of him. Can they finish the job? More punches there as well, and they will bring down Desire. Charlie playing on the bridge though. Pio, he's been able to actually track him down, but I'm not sure Pio really wants to go for... Wait, they don't see Ponlo? Oh, he's got Tricksters.
What a juke.
That's very nice.
They found S4 though, kinda.
Yeah, this is kind of big. Let's see if he can get himself out of this one. Here comes the Surge. Oh, Wish actually misses with the step. But the Skewer back now onto Ponley. They do finally catch him out, but it's a nice coil onto 3. Where is the damage follow-up though? Charlie still not committing to this fight, still not finding the opening he wants. So they will have to back themselves away on Alliance. I think they need to buy back here. I don't think you can give away this Roche without fighting. And, well, Ponlo agrees. Buyback from him. Hex out onto Void Spirit here. S4's in again once more with the wall, but it doesn't really result in much. Once again, Charlie, he just doesn't find that opening. What is he looking for? I mean, I'm guessing he doesn't want to get RP'd, one would imagine.
He doesn't want to isolate himself where he blinks into then solo soaking up this Omni Slash. He needs to try and find a fight where there's some creeps or neutrals, but at this location in the map, it really is hard to find that absorption for the ultimate.
Hold on, people. It's about to get crazy again. The Roshan is being taken by Monaspa and Alliance.
Stone Gate is available.
It's just going to start running away. There you go.
Sort yourself out, guys. You fight, and whoever wins, you come get me. I'll be waiting.
I mean... Well, that's where we're trying to chase, but they're just walking straight up into a Medusa. Charlie is here, ready and waiting. But wait, Roche? Sir? That's not correct. All right, he's forgotten to read the Roche handbook, but whatever. Now the RP comes down on 2. That's pretty big. And now they're going to be able to take down Hanskin and Ponlo. But look towards the puck as well. Chuin, he's got to get himself away. He's going to blink across. Roche is on the move again. I don't know why. Oh, he's just going to attack Jug. Okay, fine. In the back lines of the fight, Rubik is just getting eaten alive by Charlie and Chuin, but they need to finish him off, and they won't be able to do so. He's got the surge actually to get himself out now. They throw down with the Omni Slash onto Medusa, throwing everything they've got at Charlie, but Charlie able to stand the ground with the Stone Gaze. Is it going to be enough? I don't think it is. They'll turn around. Pio getting awfully low right now. Can they fight into him? Charlie, Wish, everybody throwing everything at Charlie right now. I don't think he's going to be able to live. He swift blinks away. TP out. Oh, he catches him out with a skewer. How did he know that? Skylark might not even have to trade his life for this one. There is a buyback available on the Medusa, but they will not have that tech. He's coming back into this engagement right now, and they can look to finish off the Roche, who is for some reason on the Radiant side of the map in the daytime. And S4 actually went up to the top side to check for Roche, but he's in the wrong place. What the fuck?
I have no fucking clue why the hell Roshan isn't... I need to watch the replay. I need to see what spell maybe stunned him up to return. I don't know, but why the hell did...
I mean, did it affect things though? Because Alliance had that hill pretty well covered. I'm not sure Monaspa would have been able to actually leave that area.
I think in the heat of the moment, it would have been...
So
I think the same fight would have brewed. Like, it wasn't as if S4 just dies in top lane. Desperation has sunk in.
Really
Roshan shenanigans really have hindered them, but... So, to give context, when Roshan leaves the pit and goes to top, it's not as if both teams are just going to fully disengage from the area. They've used resources, vision, and all their time needed in that. Whoever wins that engagement will then TP top. No team will just hit the reposition. And because Alliance, they lost the fight, now they're just getting chased down and dying. They have 3 buybacks, but
yeah, they can hold the Medusa maybe 18 seconds. They'll need to use the Dark Seer, and I feel like they don't really want to wait. Without these towers, it's going to be pretty tricky. And now it becomes desperate. The question is, how much are ex-Monaspa going to commit to this? Do they go for the all-in? It looks like they very well might. The Fortify's used so early, actually.
Yeah, they baited it out. Deuce is back alive, they will have buyback.
Swift blink in. Charlie's not waiting on this one. Goes straight onto the Juggernaut. Wants to try and take him down as quickly as possible. There is a wall coming out of the backlines as well onto plenty of heroes. The RP is there, but Medusa, she's just chasing them back at the moment. Spartan's going to be the first to drop, and the Juggernaut's going to follow. There is the damage you're looking for. Charlie commits hard to the fight, and it pays off big.
Game's getting dicey. Magnus buying back as well.
Wish finds the... Well, actually, yeah, they catch him the once. He's got the pipe. He's got the Aegis. The rest of the team, I mean, there is only one nearby. No, never mind. There's nobody nearby. Bloop, bloop. And, no, swap. Just kidding. Pranked you. And it's going to be another death for Wish. Hansken. Man, who needs money? This guy don't.
I mean, he's about to get the money. He got axe.
All right. Now becomes the delicate game. You got to try and run down this middle lane, get the buybacks without dying.
Oh. Wait, is it happening? Where's Deuce's courier? What's Deuce buying? Is Deuce buying anything spicy? Okay, no, she's not. Nope. She has 5k gold. I didn't know maybe this could have been like the rundown mid, get Rapier, plus you got the Avenger Axe, 2 incredible item timings.
There is no Fortify actually on ex-Monaspa at the moment. Problem is...
Whoever wins the next fight wins the game. Simple as is. Either team can do it.
No tier 3 up. I mean, there is the potential for them to go for the end and not worry about fortification, but...
Bro, there's Magnus in the game. 59 minutes in. He's got plenty of tools to get you into that fountain. Charlie needs to be so careful. Hansken will be a key component.
I think Hansken needs to be on the ball. You look at him, just hover over him at any point. He's always just playing it right on the edge.
He's even cancelling it. He's actually cancelling swap a lot. Yeah.
Risky move from Charlie to blink across there, but... Hold.
Are they going to go top? Are they going to try to go for the megas?
I think after last game, that top lane barracks holds a lot of demons for them, which they're not quite ready to overcome right now, but they might be able to catch out Desire. Desire with a rare positioning error, but then comes Yarp. They catch out the Medusa. Don't forget, Medusa, she has no buy here. But Hansken's there with the swap. Hansken says, I will do it for you, my queen. I will go down.
The top lane demons are
hitting over though.
It's hard.
Hold on. Omni Slash onto Charlie. Charlie, he's actually going to get used up right now. Oh no, that was actually Skylark getting used up. My mistake. Charlie's able to get himself up the high ground and away. The Medusa is safe, but 2 supports dead. If they can catch any more here, the game might still be open for the side of Monaspa. Okay, Hansken's not really dead. The ghost of Hansken is still doing a lot of haunting. Very spoopy.
Probably can hug the tree line on the top side of the map and push it out. And this is so back and forth. You got
crazy, man.
No fortification on either team. Buybacks are just... Medusa's got it. Joe's got it. Void Spirit's got it. No one else. It's all on cooldown. I think if you're ex-Monaspa back in the day, they'd be just running it down mid. Force it, boys. You go. Both heroes have...
Charlie's there, though. He's just right there on the front lines. I mean, he's taking the fight to them. Absolutely the right play. Try and get him before they're ready. But he's on the side, and they might have just given away another hero here. And there's a hero you really cannot afford to lose, but they don't get a choice in the matter. S4 is gone. Game 3 looking like it might be on the horizon. What more can you do, Alliance? How much more can you pull out the bag? Immediately going to the back line. Look at Desire, but he's got the Aeon Disc ready to go. Charlie Lift up, throwback. Doesn't quite get him down the low ground, but where is the mag? That is a question. Where is Skylark? He's ready. He's going to have 2 RPs very shortly and probably just wants to wait for that. They don't want to give him the chance to, though. Charlie's just jumping on his face, giving him the opportunity, and now the Omni Slap's going to come through onto him. The swap is there to keep Charlie alive, but Skylark's just going to come straight on through, deliver the RP, and now they're going to lose their Medusa once again. Buyback immediately, but it doesn't matter. They go for the Ancient and they win the game. They do it.